What's going on, guys? Welcome to the next movie review. So last time we discussed Prometheus, so that means today we're moving on to the sequel to that movie and the prequel to Alien, which is Alien Covenant. Ridley Scott is once again the main creative force behind this movie, and Alien is one of my favorite movies of all time, so of course I was very excited to see what he would do with this movie. Because of the mixed reception to Prometheus, Ridley Scott decided to make this movie kind of a blend between Prometheus and Alien. And although I love both movies on their own, there's a point where they kind of intertwine, and it does feel a bit messy at times. Now, I don't want to repeat myself too much, so I'll start by saying that, like Prometheus, the set design, the casting, and the overall direction of this movie is fantastic. I've come to just expect no less from Ridley Scott at this point. Also, some of the characters in this movie are the best that we've seen since Alien 3, which is a really nice surprise. They actually tried to give you a reason to give a shit about these people, and they're not just alien food like in some of the other flicks. Yeah, they do still make some rookie mistakes, like sticking their nose in a xenomorph egg, but I can forgive that just for the straight fact that Ridley Scott really energized the characters and gave us a reason to care about them, and they're not just people running through the corridors to escape when the aliens do inevitably show up. Danny McBride's character, Tennessee, was probably the most entertaining out of the new characters for me. And of course, we get the return of Michael Fassbender as David, and the new character that he plays, Walter. And seeing them both on screen at the same time was really a good combination of weird and awesome. There's some really interesting banter that goes on between the two androids about halfway through the film. But just after that, it kind of feels like it just gets thrown away when the movie flips the switch from Prometheus to Alien. That's my first big problem with the movie, is that the third act almost feels shoehorned into the ass end of the movie, and we only really see the classic xenomorphs in the last half hour or so. Of course, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see the aliens in the movie because xenomorphs are, like, my childhood. I was just a little bit disappointed that this movie lacked a bit of the focus that Prometheus and Alien had in their own terms. Another problem I have with the movie is Katherine Waterston's character, Daniels. The acting wasn't bad by any means, but as a protagonist, she was kind of bland. They do try to give her a little humanity at the beginning of the movie with her husband's death, but that's all we really know about her and the whole profession that she has to build a log cabin when they go and form this new colony. Other than that, we really don't know much about her, and we don't learn anything new as the movie goes on either. It also bothered me a little bit how much they show the xenomorphs in this movie when they do show up. There's a lot of wide CGI shots of them running around in broad daylight, and it almost felt like Scott broke his own rule in that the less you show of your monster, the scarier it is. There's even some POV shots of them stalking their prey, and I was like, no, this is not how you build suspense. And that's not to say there wasn't suspense in this movie. There are definitely some really great horror elements in there, just a lot of bad stuff to go along with it. Some of the xenomorph birthing scenes, and there is a lot of them in this movie, are some of my favorite stuff that we've gotten in this franchise since the original Alien. And of course, there's a lot of stuff in there that feels like Prometheus, the C-section scene, a lot of awesome gore and bloody action. All of that was probably the most satisfying part of this movie for me. So overall, I did like Alien Covenant, even though it kind of feels like two movies mashed together. I don't think it destroyed the mystery of the xenomorph in the original film because we still don't really know where the black goo comes from beyond the engineers have something to do with it. I really hope Ridley Scott gets the green light to start production on his third prequel so we can see what he has in store for us. I'm giving Alien Covenant a 7 out of 10. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I want to know what you thought of this movie, though. Go down to the comments and let me know what you thought of Alien Covenant, and I will see you guys in the next movie review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.